Every day, thousands of boats travel up and down the historic waters of the mighty Mississippi. But I challenge you to find a captain quite as colorful as 87-year-old Ike Hastings.
Okay. Get the hell out of San Antonio.
Ike is the very definition of a free spirit.
All my life I've been on the water, and I like that. This is where I spend most of my time during the day anyway, when I'm rolling.
He hails from Freeport, Illinois. At least he owns a home there. But the majority of his days are spent barefoot here on the water, traveling the Mississippi and beyond.
I take off on 4-month trips, and generally I come back, I've lost a wife. Come back and no wife, which was all right with me. But this one won't go. She's about 30 years young, 25, 30 years younger than I am, and she's decided that she's going to stick it out.
Well, what do you mean you come back and you've lost a wife? How many have you had?
We're not going to go into that. Let's get back to the water.
With his silver hair pulled back and gold earring dangling, Ike mans the wheel of his latest hand-built boat, the Pickett Hastings, named after his great-grandfather.
This is boat number 47 that I built. I built the first one 80 years ago when I was 7 years old. I'm 87. And it's all aluminum, so if I can live till it rusts, I got it made.
Ike is a true vagabond at heart, never dropping anchor in one place too long.
Be where you want to be. Do what you want to do. It's a beautiful place to be. I can do what the heck I want.
This retired art teacher and World War II veteran is literally a man of many traits. Master boat builder, woodworker. He's even built and can fly an experimental plane.
And this is big enough that if I get rid of the junk up here, I can put my airplane on there and the boom can lift it into the river so I can take off, because it's an amphibian.
Now, the life of a boat captain can sometimes be lonely, but not so for Ike. He is in the constant company of his two best companions.
This is my Labradoodle, Belle, Sit Belle, and this is Harry. Can you say something, Harry? Can't you say something nice? Well, give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Kissy. He's 65 or 66 years old, and he'll go over 100. So he's going to outlive me. I'm going to have to put him in my will.
He's one of the river's greatest characters, as if out of a Mark Twain novel.
Oh, I feel like I got a lot of life left, and a lot of plans that I'm not looking for the end. I'm looking for more things that I want to do. I figure about 107, I'll be ready to hang it up.
Which means you still have time to meet one of life's true gems. So if you find yourself on a river shore and you happen upon the Pickett Hastings, do yourself a favor and say hello to Captain Ike.
I wouldn't trade my life for anybody.
On the Mississippi with photographer Kirk Arneson, Jennifer Livingston, News 8.
It'll be sad.
How do you measure the sacrifice of our soldiers? For the Ehlers family of La Crosse, they are about to find out.
1, 2, 3.
You see, it is D-Day, departure day, for Navy Reserveman Doug Ehlers, who is being deployed to Kuwait for the next year.
It doesn't seem real, does it?
They've had 8 months to plan. 8 months with this one looming date.
I really hope that can hold it together. You want to be strong for them, you know. You don't want to lose it, but I just don't know.
Doug has been in the military for nearly 20 years, but this is his first deployment, and with it comes a mixed bag of emotions.
It's like starting a new job. It's a little exciting and nervous for me. Like I said, I've been in the military for this long. I know what to expect on that part of it, and I know how to do my job. But I worry about them. That's the biggest thing.
I worry about kind of being the only parent. you know, and the kind of the stress and the not being able to tag team that parent role. And so, you know, when I get frustrated or if I've had enough and mommy needs to take a break, you know, I worry about that. I just want to be able to make sure I'm still patient. Sometimes you just don't know what to do.
They've done their best to prepare 10-year-old Maggie, 9-year-old Emma, and 7-year-old Gwenna for the road ahead. But on this day, it's so hard to understand why Daddy has to go away.
It's okay to be sad.
I'm going to be going downstairs and, because every night I go downstairs and say goodnight to Daddy and he's not going to be there.
I think our youngest is going to become a lot more clingy, you know. She already has.
Yes.
Every time I need to go somewhere, it's don't leave me, you know. So I think that we're probably going to have a little of that separation anxiety with her. The older two, you know, it'll be interesting. I know they'll have their sad moments. I know that we'll deal with that. But I think they're going to kind of step it up, you know. They're talking about they're going to do dinner. Each of them are going to cook dinner one night a week, and they're going to do the laundry. And so, you know, maybe in the long run it will be some really good skills that they learn, some independence that they gain.
Love you, girls.
I love you too. I'm really going to miss him. I can't say how much I love him. I really love him.
We're going to stay positive and we're going to plan little things as we go. So every month we're going to have something to look forward to. So that's my big plan. Like when Doug leaves, we're going to get a new kitten. Nice. They've really been looking forward to that. So it's kind of like, all right, then so we'll get the kitten and what's next? You know, are we going to plan like a camping trip or we're going to try to, so we can kind of try to just keep looking forward and, you know, every month. So that's 12 months or 13 months and then he'll be back.
Back at the airport, it's time for Doug to board. So how do you measure the sacrifice of our soldiers?
I love you, Dad.
Perhaps it's in the faces of those being left behind. The ones who must now head home to face their new reality.
It's okay, Will.
Or maybe it's in the face of the soldier who's watching them walk away. The one who now heads off to war. For a military member serving overseas, there are 2 days they constantly keep in mind. The day at the end, when they get to go home for good, and the one that falls somewhere in the middle, when they are given a short window of time to visit family and friends. Well, that day has come for Navy Reserveman Doug Ehlers, who spent the last 6 months in Kuwait.
I was real excited, and I had been excited since probably about a week out. I was getting real excited, and then about 3 days out before I left, I was kind of like, okay, now thinking about it, now I have to leave them again too. Come on in. Bye.
It's a bittersweet situation that at this moment...
Hi, girls. Hi.
is a lot more sweet than bitter.
Does he look like Daddy?
Yeah.
It was great to see all 4 of them coming walking out of the parking lot out there. It was. You can see them on Skype, you can talk to them on the phone, but there's nothing like having face-to-face and being able to touch and hug and talk right there. I missed you.
I missed you.
For the next 15 days, Doug will try and take in much of what he has missed. The people, the environment.
It's green, because there it's just flat with little sand dunes everywhere.
Every moment together is precious. But there is also a strange reality, and that is welcoming a military member back home is an adjustment for everyone.
There's macaroni salad, vegetables. I mean, it's like, okay, you're going to plug into our life, and we're trying to figure out, like, living together again. But, it's just this little time. So we just said, we're just not going to think about that you're leaving again. We're not thinking about that. All we're going to do is just have the most fun possible. That's the goal.
And that has been the goal, even while Doug was away. Have fun, stay busy, but unfortunately, Doug hasn't been as lucky.
Every single day, it's the same thing over and over, so then your mind starts wandering, and you have, that much time on your hands just to think about how things are going in your normal life that you left, that you don't have that day-to-day, face-to-face with your family. I'm in uniform.
The days home are a whirlwind, one by one going by, spent with family and close friends, but with a dark cloud always following close behind.
It's a great feeling to come back, but it's always in the back of my mind that I've got to go back, and I've got 7 more months left. So
it's going to start all over with the kids. It's just going to be another kind of open wound. And we are not going to go to the airport. We're just going to stay here and be busy.
It's time once again for Doug to depart, but it's a very different airport scene this time around. Gone are the tears. Gone are the heartbreaking cries. Today, he leaves alone, just a man on a mission to finish his mission and get back home for good.